Hey guys, it's me, Jiv, aka the Red Ferrets, and you're recommended today for some apparent reason. So, in today's video, this is actually going to be quite an interesting topic, and even though I'm pretty sure it's died down after like a good 3-4 years maybe, this debate I still see a lot, and it even appeared on my comment section like a few videos back. I'm not gonna ever show the comments of the people or anything because I think that's just rude, but however, people have said this, and it's the fact of, is there a high percentage of zoophiles in the furry fandom? And it's a silly question because if you know our stances on zoophiles and zoophilia, obviously no, of course not. But people still believe there is like some sort of secret society or something, I feel, of like there being a lot of zoophiles in the furry fandom, and it's like what we say is lying, and we are just lying to them for some random reason. And to be honest with you, with their claims and points to how we are technically zoophiles, or a majority of the fandom is because they're being sexual and anthropomorphic animals and sex equals zoophilia somehow now, I guess. I can kind of see where it comes from, but at the exact same time, it kind of becomes a bit stupid when you start realizing that there's no animals even involved. It's still something that I still see quite often, I feel, and it's actually one of the big debates, between like normies and furries ourselves, and it's still, I think it's still quite a heated topic and a debate. Even though in my opinion, I don't really think it's anything linked to zoophilia, but if it is, then I'm actually going to be quite shocked, and I am very wrong, but I don't think it is at all. But, however though, the reason why I even made this video in the first place was because of that YouTube comment, and it was actually something that I do see quite often in other videos from what I've seen, like in anti-fur videos, and I'm pretty sure comments and videos of, like this percentage going around. I don't know if you guys have seen it either, because I've tried to Google it for the life of me, because I have actually Googled it and it's even said it itself. But nowadays, when you Google like what percentage of furries are in the what percentage of zoophiles are in the furry fandom, they will say like 15%, but nowadays they don't really come up with a good they don't come up with a good that's the word. They don't come up with a good percentage of what I'm saying, and they don't even come up with one nowadays. They don't even come up with a percentage, I'm pretty sure. Or they do, but it's from like 2008 on in the 90s. It's like, what the fuck? It's not even like a ground-hold percentage in my opinion, because a lot has changed through the years. But it's really, really complicated, because I swear, like 2 years ago, if you searched up like in Google, what percent of what percent of zoophiles are in the furry fandom, it would come up with 15%. But now it's like they're like going back on themselves and like going into like the 80s and saying, oh well, in the 80s it was like 2%, and it's like, okay. And the last I've seen of it anyway, from like recent statistics, was 15% on Google. But however though, there's no real, like, I don't think there was even like a date when this statistic was even made, so you can't even like tell if it's true or false, which is kind of, pretty shitty. And because of that, I actually really wanted to, do my own research and determine if the 10 to 5, because I'm pretty sure it like a statistic of 10% or 15%, whatever, which one, whatever. And my point is the fact that, see if it was true or false. To be honest though, I think I have found where this like percentage has come from, and I'm pretty sure the only pieces of evidence that I found were on Reddit, and I think it was from an anti-furry, I'm pretty sure. Now, I'm not gonna like say, oh well, he's wrong because he's an anti-furry, because I'm not gonna lie, I will say this, some anti-furries do have their reasons, and some of them do have kind of good criticism towards the furry fandom. But I'm kind of biased, and I will say most don't, but some do. Okay, I'm not gonna trash every single one of them, because I'm pretty sure some have good reasons to hate furries, I guess. But it's whatever you do in your own time, I guess. I'm not gonna trash on you for that, I guess. It seems like it did come from an anti-furry, and he said in his opinion, I'm pretty sure it was 15%. I'm gonna show the post anyway, because I'm most likely wrong in when I said in his opinion, because it's most likely through a lot of research. But he said it was like 15% back in 2019, but a proper statistic apparently back in 2008 was saying that it was, 17%. Which I don't even know if the 2008 like percentage is even correct or not, but even if so, it is, I guess, an improvement. you know, to what we had before, from 17 to 15, so it's obviously going downwards. And I mean, either way, like I think I've said before in the video, furries don't really accept zoophilia, so why would this 15% be so big? And I think the only explanation towards if this is true, well, if this is true or not, and if it is true, then I can get a good explanation as to why the percentage is so high. And it ain't even the furry fandom's fault when you start realising. It's more of the fact of we can't do anything about it, it kinda sucks. And it's the fact that because zoophiles, some of them, I wouldn't even say some of them, I'm pretty sure like most of them, maybe? I don't know. I know that there's a majority of them that use furry profile pictures and use furry stuff, and are kind of a part of our fandom. When they do get figured out though, we do obviously take action, kind of, and we, you know, sort them out. I mean, I say kind of because I'm not gonna lie, what do you really expect us to do? Like, we're not the fucking Avengers, bro. And it's kind of funny because, you know, well, it isn't funny, it's kind of fucking terrible when you start realising that, you know, it ruins our reputation as a fandom, but it kind of adds the, you know, point of being wary about who you can say and trust, you know, of like who's a zoophile and who's not. And it does kind of suck because I'm afraid to say this, but, you know, there is most likely 15%, but it's been years with this percentage of 15%, so this is good news. I think it was like, 2019, so it's been 6 years? Yeah, 6 years since that, you know, since that post was made. So it has most indefinitely gone down, especially with recent events like Kira the Wolf and Zaffo. I keep using these two a lot in my videos, but honestly, it's only because they're so notable with media. I'm pretty sure everybody would know who I'm talking about. And not only that, they're the only zoophiles who I do know because of how, you know, what's the word? How, like, popular, I guess they are through media and documentaries and stuff. And it's like, through them events as well, furries have become a lot more hostile to zoophilia, and that's a brilliant thing, honestly. I thumbs up. And it's kind of, like, good that we're having this sort of narrative and stance, because I'm pretty sure the percentages 100%, definitely, in my opinion anyways, dwindled a lot. I really do doubt that there is, you know, zoophiles in our fandom. And even if so, they're most likely hiding through a facade, and they're most likely, I don't really know how to put it, but like, there's no real evidence of figuring out if one is, you know, a zoophile or not, unless you actually catch them doing it, or, you know, you catch them in any way, you know, shape or form. I don't know how you would catch them, however, but I'm pretty sure, you know, it's something easy, I'm gonna assume. But it's gonna be like something pretty disgusting, like, oh hey, you like, I'm not gonna finish that. Like, you know, you know what a zoophile likes. It's quite obvious, you know. But however, though, I will say this: nowadays, if you know, if people are still saying that, oh, there's actually a majority of zoophiles in the furry fandom, it just doesn't make any sense when you start realizing that, you know, furries don't really like zoophiles. So how would that make any sense? But it's like, because especially when furries just don't accept them anyway, and if any furry does, let's be honest, we don't accept them either. like, you know, there's always going to be a shit person in one of these sort of groups, you know. I think it's because we're so open as a community, but I'm not going to just trash on that, to be honest, because, you know, that's kind of what the fandom's built off of, you know. If you're like, oh, perfect animals, and boom, you pretty much are very well done. So, you know, it kind of sucks. But we do get like real weird people like that in though, like who say, well, actually zoophilia is not that bad, and it fucking is. It's terrible, mate. It's not good. Alright, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, no, no bueno, no good. But yeah, this is it of the video. I actually hope you enjoyed. But before I do go, I do want to say that you know, with this myth busting video, I will say it's obviously false, you know, the claim of saying there's a high percentage of zoophiles, or like, you know, a chunk of them. I'm gonna just, you know, I'm gonna assume false, and the whole reason why is because, you know, let's be honest, you've watched the video, I don't need to explain myself. But, however, though, I hope you did enjoy this video, and if I'm actually wrong in this video, do you know, comment, you know, I actually want to, you know, see where I did, you know, what I did wrong and where I went wrong. But yeah. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoy, and goodbye.